All right, YouTube, once again, it's Kennard Vernon Stewart here for the podcast, talking to Auburn football. Go ahead and like this video, comment, and subscribe to Vernon Speak Sports Auburn. And as always, it's great to be an Auburn Tiger, War Eagle. All right, so this year in college football, going to a 12-team playoff system made up of the highest-ranked conference champions and 7 at-large bids. The 4 highest-ranked conference champions will get a first-round bye. The first-round games are going to be hosted by the higher seeds of the actual playoff, and it's going to be a on-campus site. So let's just say Georgia's one of the higher seeds, then that first game will be played at Sanford Stadium, for example. Real simple. There's no limit on the teams entering the playoffs from the same conference, so you can have an unlimited amount of teams from the same conference, even though that's very unlikely. For one, most conferences are at least 12 teams, and 2, there are only 12 teams, obviously, that can get into the playoffs. All right, so Auburn is looking to bring a little bit of magic back to the Plains after going having several consecutive losing seasons, and just honestly not having a lot of faith in the current quarterback, Payton Thorne. Now, that's not to say that the coaches don't have faith in him, because obviously he's going to be the starter. But if you kind of look at public opinion, you have some mixed reviews on feelings and how they think this thing is going to turn out as far as the quarterback position goes. But the good news is Payton Thorne has performed well, just as any quarterback will perform well when you have the talent around you. This year he has some huge opportunities for talent. He's got Cam Coleman, one of the 5-star recruit, one of the best wide receivers out of high school on last season. Keandre Lambert-Smith, I think this is going to be a big-time wild card for the Tigers. I think he's going to be very productive. He's going to really help Auburn out when it comes to those intermediate passes to create a little bit more manageable down and distance, especially in that second and third down range. He's very good at, from hash to hash, creating some things there. Not necessarily breakaway speed, but he gets the job done. Sam Jackson, the transfer from California, will be there. He actually played against Auburn last year at quarterback for California. Did some pretty good things. Almost beat Auburn last year at that quarterback position. Also, you got Camden Brown, who's already there. Caleb Burton, former transfer from Ohio State, did some good things at times. Looking forward to him to take some steps to actually help not only create some depth, but make some big plays at that wide receiver position. Also got Bryce Kane and Perry Thompson, those guys coming this fall. Now, with all this talent or perceived talent that Auburn has, they could go, when you look at from a personnel grouping standpoint, could go a 10 personnel at times with one running back and 4 wide receivers, which Hugh has done from time to time. But the more than likely, because of the talent at tight end, could be more of an 11 concept with Jarquez Hunter as the lone running back, tight end, and 3 receivers with Cam Coleman, more than likely the X receiver, to the wide side of the field, and Keandre Smith as shallow receiver, and Robert Lewis as a slot. But that can interchange a lot because of the personnel that Auburn has this year. And this could be an opportunity for Payton Thorne to, improve on his stats. Auburn went with a 2-quarterback system early in the 2023 season, and that, by most accounts, was very ineffective. It hurts your rhythm, and so Auburn also has a trio of running backs that I think are going to do some good things in Damari Alston, Jarquez Hunter, and Jeremiah Cobb. Now, on defense, the defensive line remains a question mark, but Auburn added some talent in Isaiah Rakes from Texas A&M, Philip Bliddy from Indiana, and Trill Carter from Texas. A concern for me big time, though, is the linebacker and the secondary. Now, Auburn did go out and add some depth to that linebacker position because it was kind of shallow there, kind of inexperienced there as well. Fajane Gotoy at linebacker they got him from Maryland, and that's going to really, really stretch some depth out because, you got to You got a 5-game stretch that's very manageable, but you don't want to overplay guys and have them injured for what's going to be a brutal stretch after the Oklahoma game. Now, Oklahoma could be the team that starts the brutal stretch. I think one of the huge games of this season is going to be Missouri. Having to go there. You got two former five-star receivers, including Theo Weiss ironically, did play at Oklahoma, and Luther Borden the second at wide receiver, and Mookie Cooper, former 4-star, also returning high-performing quarterback in Brady Cook. So we're going to see what Auburn does. I want you guys to make sure you tune in to Media Days. Like this video, comment, and subscribe to Vernon Speaks Sports Auburn. And as always, it's great to be an Auburn Tiger.